Hi everyone. Just want to update everyone. I am transferring to a different location, working for Papa John's, delivering pizzas. I'm moving away from my family and my husband. I'm not taking him with me. We can't get along. We don't get along at all. We can barely stand each other, which is unfortunate. We've been together for 23 years and been through a lot of things together, but it was very difficult along the way, to say the least. I'm going to a different town to deliver there. I don't really want to announce because I don't have a lot of people that actually mean well for me. So you don't really need to know. I wish the best for my family, though. I really do. I do love them more than they realize, but they don't think much of me. It's okay. They don't have to. That's their opinion. That's their issue. Not doesn't have anything to do with who I am as a person. I'm a good-hearted person, and I try to do for people as much as I can, even though I don't have much for myself. Basically, I kind of have the bare minimum. I did, well, my husband was fixing my car, Cobalt. It was a terrible car. It was on its way to the junkyard when I got it. But it, instead of fixing it, he didn't finish fixing it. He tore it apart instead, and it's going to the junkyard today. Hopefully he will have a little kindness in his heart to at least split that with me, because rightfully it is all mine. It was my car, and I've supported him for many years, financially and in every other way. It became to the point where I couldn't afford to pay for a place for us to live anymore. We've had a Chevy truck with a topper on it. It's got a bed in the back and a heater, that kind of thing. We've had the truck for quite a few years, but he pretty much lives in the back of the truck. It's in both of our names, but it's never really been considered my truck. I've never had, access to use it whenever I felt like, by any means. I barely drove the truck in many years that we've had it, which is fine. You know what? Material things don't really matter that much to me. I love having nice things, and I deserve to have nice things. I worked very hard over the years, and I give even off of it when my cup is empty, and it depletes me. It actually takes away from me sometimes to give when I don't really when I can't really afford to. I've given my husband more than I have kept for myself. Over the years, my stuff just got given away or sold or thrown away. So I'm 53 53 years old, but I decided this year that I'm going to go down in age. I'm going to grow younger. So I consider myself 51 years old. I hope and pray that not just my family and my husband and myself learn to love myself better and themselves better, and show the love that we get from the Lord in the way that they treat other people and their actions, and same with me. I can get angry too. I try not to, but my feelings get hurt because I've always tried to treat people with kindness and do what I can, even when I shouldn't, because I really didn't really have the means to do what I did, but I choose to help even when I don't really, but I really shouldn't, because I really just it really didn't have enough for myself. And I hope my husband ends up finding a job of some sort and getting his life on track and focusing his time and energy in a meaningful manner that helps benefit his life instead of hurt his soul. And I guess what I'm trying to get at is when people are lost in lust and lustful, immoral sexual sin, like watching pornography and meaningless, filthy sex with other people, interacting, it's really inappropriate. It's really bad for your soul. Moral sexual sin, being someone who sleeps around with many, and there's no love in that action and that interaction and that connection. It actually hurts your soul, and it could potentially end you up in hell for eternity, because we're at the end times of not necessarily that this earth is going to be destroyed and that kind of thing. It's more like the Father is being revealed here on earth. He is here. He is in the midst of our presence. He is actively working through me, for one thing, and my family doesn't believe me when I tell them that, but they don't believe I'm worthy of being a child of God, but actually God is with me. So that's kind of hypocritical, to say that to me, because God is actually with me. He actually sees through my eyes, and he does very magical things working through me, because I surrender to allow him to do that. Now me myself, the me part, the Wendy part of me, doesn't always make the best decisions in life, but I told God that he could just live my life for me, that I had nothing left to live for as far as the Wendy part of me. Those that I loved didn't really love me back. And, they still don't. They pretend like they halfway like me sometimes, but my daughter, she shows some tenderness as far as, she says nice things to me, but I don't really have a relationship with her either, or my grandkids or anything, so, because I'm judged by, some of my habits and things like that. But, God is with me all the time, and I let him do what he needs to do to make the world a better place, using me with whatever he chooses to act on through me. And I just want everyone to be careful about how you judge others and what you say to people, how you treat them. And it actually says in the Bible, and I believe this to be true because it's immorally wrong. It's actually evil. It's like a evil spirit. It's a Jezebel spirit, is a lustful spirit. And then there's like Leviathan. That's a bad one too. And then Diablo. That's a real bad one. Be careful. You get spirits attached to you when you do bad things, and they are very clingy, and they don't like to leave you, even when rebuked from someone else. In the name of Jesus, to try to get them to flee from somebody it's next to impossible. I've been trying for a long time with my husband to try to get bad spirits out of him, and it seems like he's cleared for a while or a minute, like short period of time, and then it gets worse, soon after that, because what happens is when somebody helps you get rid of demonic spirits that are attached to you, and then you go back to doing that same immoral sexual sin of lust and, being active with people who also have bad spirits attached to them, the lustful spirit, and, it's evil. It's the bad spirits that get attached to you multiply when you go back to doing that sin after you have been delivered from evil. So be careful of that. If you don't plan on quitting involving yourself in that kind of sin, the immoral sexual sin, you could end up spending eternity in hell, because that is the one sin that God says, flee from that one, run from that, turn from that evil. And if you continue in that, you might not make it to heaven. And that's the truth. That is a serious warning to all who are stuck in misery because of their bad choices in that kind of manner, because that is the one sin that really God despises and hates, because it takes what is meant to be sacred and intimate and of love and a connection that is, in a loving manner between two people, and especially married people, are supposed to honor that vow that they have with God, and sex between a married couple is sacred, and when you involve other people and you are sexually active with other people and it is filthy and dirty and immorally correct, incorrect, not correct, there's big consequences for that, um, and that is actually the reason, way back when, the time of Noah, that God flooded the earth. People were having sex with animals and just, having sex with all kinds of people, just sex ring, just nastiness, and that's filth. And that's why God flooded the earth before. And God is back, and he's not real happy with the behavior and the hatred and the way that the world has been being run with evil intentions towards the human race, basically. People. Like, people decide that, like the elite, they print money for themselves, and they like to put themselves above everyone else, and rich get richer and poor get poorer. Yeah, it's because they hoard all the money because of greed and bad ill intentions towards people who they believe to be less than worthy to be alive. Basically, is what it amounts to, and that's not okay. We should all be treated as equals, and there's not one soul that's more important than any other. We're all a piece of the puzzle of this life, and it's a universal law that what you put out there and how you behave towards people, how you interact with people, and what you decide to how you treat people, basically. Like, if you treat them with hatred and anger, and you try to kill people, or you do kill people, and you just have ill intentions, evil intentions towards people, you're going to get that back towards you from someone else or from somewhere else, because it's a universal law. What you put out there will come back onto you. So remember that when you say mean things to people, trying to belittle them and unalive them, that's going to come back at you, and you may not be able to handle it. It may end up taking you out. A lot of people that dish that out, they're hurt people anyway, lost, and feeling hopeless. So they're actually, they're not very strong people that do that. They're actually weaker minded, because it takes a bigger person to say a kind word than it does to purposely try to hurt somebody, especially with words. Words hurt actually more than physical abuse. The physical abuse goes, you can heal from that and you get past it, but and that does hurt too, because somebody wanting to harm you physically and cause permanent damage to your body, that's a serious thing. That's got evil intentions, and it's not okay to want to hurt people. We're all a part of each other. So when you physically hurt someone or you verbally hurt someone, that is just like hurting yourself and God, because the creator of all existence is part of each and every one of us, and we all possess powers within us that you wouldn't think would be possible as a human being, but it actually is, because God can work through you if you allow Him to, and surrender that that permission for Him to work through you. He actually does, and it's very supernaturally magical, and miracles can happen. Which miracles are supposed to be a normal thing. It's supposed to be a normal thing for us to all have miracles, often and generously, abundantly. And, let's get back to everyone desiring to have the kingdom of heaven here, right now, instead of trying to hurt people and take from people and being greedy and self-centered and self-righteous and only worrying about yourself and not caring about anyone else or helping anyone else or doing anything kind for anyone else. It takes us all to take care of each other, to make this world a better place for us all. There's not one person that's more deserving than someone else. And when someone tells you that you don't deserve respect or love or anything like that in life, and that's a very hurtful thing to say. That is basically like saying you don't believe that person deserves to exist on this planet. And that is the cruelest thing anyone could say to another person. And it's devastating to hear someone you love that you would actually die for to save their soul say something like that to you. It's beyond devastating. When you put forth so much effort, so much love towards them, and they don't even care. Not even a little. My husband, sometimes he acts like he cares, but he chooses to do what he does. And he chooses to hurt me. And, sometimes it seems like he gets enjoyment out of it. And that's unfortunate. But, 23 years, 21 years married. We didn't even really spend our anniversary together. And, I'm tired of being treated like I just don't matter. And like I'm unworthy to be breathing and walking on this planet and being alive. Like I'm that worthless to my family, my husband. I don't deserve that. Nobody does. That's when people give up on life, when you treat them like that. And they could end up killing themselves if someone pushes someone that far too many times. That person will probably kill themselves because not many people can be strong enough to make it through that kind of thing. Especially, I'm already homeless. I've been homeless. This will be the 3rd year of being homeless. It's too expensive to have a apartment, on peddly income, peasant income. The way the world is rigged, it's a losing game unless you're the elite that have the knowledge that I possess as well. But I don't try to hurt other people to get what I want. rich, wealth, money. Be wise to think before you speak. Take 3 seconds. If you're mad, upset about something, take a deep breath. At least 3 seconds before you say a word. I don't know. I guess I just want to say, try to do something kind for someone today. It's really time of paying it forward. Someone does something kind for you, do something kind for someone else. Don't just take that and do nothing with it. It's everyone working together that will make this world a better place. Every act of kindness ripples through the universe and the cosmos and the world, and it helps improve the frequency, vibration in a better way. I just wish I could get through to everyone, especially my family. That love is the key to the universe. Love is the answer. Love has to win, or we will be destroyed. There won't be a human race. There won't be a Mother Earth. If we all just hate each other and steal from each other and try to kill, steal, destroy, accuse, belittle, be evil to, and if we don't stand up and take our world back, the saints of the world, when the saints come marching in, they have marched in, they are here. It's time to take charge. Take our world back from the people who have been running it with evil intentions, for them to have all the gain and the wealth and the money and be on top of everybody else, like the way our president acts arrogantly, like he is so much better than everybody else, and just because he's got so much money. Well, money does not make you better than other people. I hardly have anything. People want to judge me and all that, but you know what? God is with me. So you want to judge me? You're judging God Almighty himself. So, beware of who you judge and how you treat certain people, because you never know if it's going to be an angel or if it's going to be the presence of God that you are doing evil to, and that can condemn you to hell for eternity. And it's not a pleasant place to be in hell. I've been there plenty of times, and I have climbed my way out. And I will not be damned again, and I will not let anyone put me into hell again. You know what? I chose to go to hell to try to take souls out of hell and bring them back to a heavenly state of mind and a heavenly realm where love is present. But you know what? Some of them were too stupid and too comfortable in their sin. They refused to come out of hell. So, I will never come back. I will never go back to hell to try to take any soul back again. So if you don't want to come out of hell, like real freaking soon, you'll end up there forever. Because I will never come back. The God within me, no. Why should I suffer for everyone else? And they just want to do me harm and take what's rightfully mine. the divine inheritance, is mine. And it has been stolen. And I want it back. All of it. Can't give it all to me because everything is mine. Rightfully. It's like, what does it say? You don't own anything. God does. Well, God is with me. So I guess that means I own everything. But I'm not going to take it from everyone. But remember that. Remember how you treat people. You treat people with contempt and murder, and you try to condemn people and treat them as awful as you possibly can. There's consequences for that. You will feel God's wrath. Mark my words. This world will change. And love will be present. And love will rule. And love will win. There's no force more powerful than the power of love. So keep that in mind when you do something hateful towards somebody. It could condemn you for you trying to condemn someone else. I'm trying to be kind, but I'm tired of being mistreated. God does bring wrath through me sometimes. But I don't really wish anyone harm. I want everybody to know what love is and be of it. Embody love. Receive love, give love, reciprocate love back out into the universe, into the cosmos, around the world. You know, that is what we need to be spreading. Love. Have a nice day. God bless everyone. In Jesus' name. Jesus. Hallelujah. Glory to God.